God be with you.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch, bring it to our quartermaster in the camp at the quarry.
How are you faring, Sir Raybard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
Not so far. Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle will be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchets wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Istvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stack up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranic for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything you can tell me about Talmberg's weak points?
The truth is, Talmberg has far too few weaknesses. Who'd have thought that was something I'd come to regret?
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranic for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him...
What do you think of Master Keyser?
He definitely knows what he's doing. And all that wild talk of his, rockets and such like. I'd almost let him try it out, but on some other castle.
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used, so I can't really judge. But if his ideas worked, they'd change the way we make war. He showed me some of the drawings he has with him. I don't know if he's a genius or a madman.
Just when I wanted to then. That's my glad. Bina! Elég volt. Ezt megkaptad. Esze! Hey!
Na bassza meg!
Na gyere! Te gyáva!
Elég! Hagyj abba! Feladom!
Na mi van? Csak nem hagy el a merszed! Itt vagyok!
Keci!
Na gyere!
Ez minden, amit tudsz?
Itt fogsz nekem pityeregni?
Hey, mit látod?
Csak találjak rá!
Hey, ki van ott? Lófasz! Bazd meg!
A picsába veled! Eleged van? Nem lehet messze. Kibaszott gyilkos. Meg vagy teszem!
rabolni, lopni, sajhákat baszni, és jót fiálni. Égetni, rombolni, rabolni, lopni, bort vedelni, és ezüstöt elásni. Égetni, rombolni, rabolni, lopni, de szép is haramiának lenni.
Welcome, Henry.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I'm looking for some pitch for Talmberg.
Already? What happened to the last lot we supplied?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you have any, or don't you?
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while since he showed his face. What do you need it for?
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so we're laying siege to it. We could use some pitch.
Christ blood. I hadn't heard the news. All right, it's all yours. You gave us a hand with that ginger when we needed it, and if it's for Sir Divish, I know my duty. If you want to haul it away yourself, feel free, or I can get someone to deliver it to you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Good day to you. What do you need?
The charcoal burners nearby have some stocks of pitch they'll let us have.
That's handy. Sir Robard will be pleased. What little we had left was running out, and he was getting worried.
Well, he can stop worrying.
Good. I'll get someone to take care of it.
God be with you. The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy.
I feel awful, truth be told, and my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
My flesh can be healed, perhaps, but the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
Why are you holding that weapon? If I were you, I'd... Please, put that weapon away. It's not allowed here. Put that weapon away before the guards notice it. Carrying a weapon in your hand is not allowed.
God be with you.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
There's something I need from you, Father Godwin.
Is there, my son? How can I help?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Talmberg, and no one to make the sign of the cross on their foreheads.
I'd like to help, but sadly I simply can't. My own parishioners are watching me closely, and if I make just one false move, they'll have the bishop down on my back.
But Sir Divish himself...
If he wants me, let him come and speak to me himself. But I'm not going anywhere. It's your fault I have to live with a sword dangling over my head, Hal, and don't think I've forgotten it.
I never forced you to do anything. And just because I didn't help you out, you're denying God's forgiveness to innocent strangers.
How dare you? Do you think I'd stoop to such pettiness? My reasons are honorable.
All right, I understand. So why don't you turn it round on them? Why don't you say you'll go to Talmberg because it's the right thing to do and your Christian duty, even though you might be shot in the process, like that saint?
Sebastian. That might help, I suppose. But tell me the truth. Is the air really thick with arrows?
It is a siege, but all the camps are well out of range, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well, see how the martyrdom angle works, and then I'll go. At least getting out of here for a while will give me a break from all those judgmental looks. To forgive is human, damn it! Or is it to err that's human? I can never remember.
Hey! Watch it, lout!
I've come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000 times.
Well, at least...
You can't.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I brought you some meat.
Stack it over here.
That's the lot.
Good. Well, thanks very much. And when you've got more, feel free to stop by. You won't be unwelcome. Oh yes, and here's a little something for the trip.
Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it. You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
goods, and the implements, and machines of every kind. Come on up and buy.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I'm a few kegs short myself, and once I run out, my regulars will go elsewhere.
Good health to you, Henry.
Right, oh, that's the best right here.
Got it for you right here.
Watch it! You can't draw your weapon here.
Coming?
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there, and I certainly don't want to swing for poisoning anyone.
I'll bring it right away.
Who are you?
Hey!
I'm
What the
honored
hell are
that you
you
should
doing?
come to me.
Andrew, there's no more beer in Talmberg, and the soldiers are starting to grumble. Can't you send some there?
I could, but there's nothing in it for me.
Just as a matter of interest, who do you pay your taxes to?
You're saying I should be paying the Talmberg to old Sir Divish? When Sir Havel of Waldeck was the master here, I managed to wriggle out of it. Nobody's come collecting since.
Well, right now, there are 3 noblemen camped by Talmberg, one of whom might be very interested to learn about all the tax you owe. I imagine he might want to collect it in the form of beer.
When you put it like that, I have got a few kegs I could send over. I won't lose out too much. They'd only spoil if I kept them longer, and I'd have to throw them away.
Just remember, if you poison them, they'll hang you for it.
Those soldiers would drink it up long before it's time to go off. And what's more, what with all that cabbage being eaten, it wouldn't occur to anyone the shits came courtesy of the beer. I'll have them loaded up right away and taken there. And give their lordships my regards. Tell them I'm sending my best beer as a gift. Why the devil shouldn't I get some goodwill out of this at least?
What do you think about Talmberg being attacked?
What do I think? That as long as decent people can live in peace, I can talk my way out of paying taxes. I don't care who my liege lord is.
Well, this new lord never forgets a man who fails to pay him a single groschen, and the poor probably go straight to the gallows for it.
That's terrible news, especially for us poor folk. I hope you'll drive him out of here so fast he'll shit himself, or hang him from the tallest Talmberg tree.
People usually shit themselves when that happens too.
All to the good. A nice bit of manure and everything blossoms.
Huh?
Jesus, look where you're going.
Oh, you...
Put the weapon away. That's forbidden here.
If I were you, I'd put it away quick before someone sees it. Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there. And I certainly don't want to swing for poisoning anyone.
Why are you... Load up! Watch where you're going!
My respects to you.
I've arranged some beer for you from the local tavern.
You're a proper treasure, you are. I'm gonna put a word in about how well you look after us. Like your own kith and kin.